Now I would request for the keynote address, Mr. Shrikant Shrivastava to come up on the stage. He is the Chief Manager Operations, the Rival Infrastructures Limited, DIL. Please give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Shrikant Shrivastava.
Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow enthusiasts. So, still the morning is not over, and I am not going to make you snooze. So, in my this speech, let me first of all be thankful to the organizers that it's indeed an honor to be here, sharing my thoughts on critical issues like sustainability, safety, health, and environment. And in next 5-10 minutes, I am going to share. I'll be going to talk about sustainability measures being taken by thermal power stations, and the next I will be going to talk about the impending manpower shortage in the thermal power system, and particularly its impact on safety. And then I will be also highlighting the emergence and interventions of artificial intelligence and how it can be of great help, not only in predictive analytics, but also in day-to-day operations. So as Director Tata Power, Rahman sir has already mentioned that AI has already started penetrating this field, and that from L&T, I was looking at this slide, and they have also mentioned that pellet. So so in this next 5-10 minutes, I am going to cover these topics. So let's first talk of numbers, and in a way that won't make you snooze. So in the year 2022-23, Indian thermal power plants have gobbled up 777 million tons of coal. And if we could swap just 5 to 7% of this coal with biomass co-firing, then we would have saved 38 million tons of CO2. And this is exactly like sending millions of cars into on a year-long vacation. Now coming to the sizzling topic of sustainability through biomass co-firing, it's like a culinary experiment in a giant thermal power plant kitchen, where we tend to mix a traditional coal with a pinch of biomass to make a low carbon energy. And if we look at the data, then India generates around 500 million tons of biomass, agro residue per annum. And out of which 92%, 92 million tons goes waste. It is burnt on the ground. And when we look at the supply side, India's pellet manufacturing capacity now is just 2.55 million tons, if I'm not wrong. So if just 2.55 million tons per annum, whereas the requirement is 40 million tons. And this requirement is again going to be doubled in years to come. So when we look at this data, please note that this is just about the agro residue, where the sugarcane residue, rice husk, soya waste, coconut shell, and other jute waste and other residues continue to be the common feedstock for this power generation. Other sources, though readily available, are often overlooked. For instance, consider the energy potential in a dry grass available in a semi-arid zone of Western India. I analyzed for its composition, and I found very promising calorific value with an exemplary energy content of 4,000 kilocalorie per kg. So illustrating that a mundane can be a powerhouse in disguise. But yet path to harness this potential is not easy, because India faces challenges like logistics, then middleman. So it's not an engineering problem, it's a socio-economic puzzle where this reliable supply chain, integrated management, and local empowerment must align. So This is therefore this urge to community that delve into local context. We can forge a public-private partnership that will not only be assessing but also be amplifying this potential. Remember, together we can make this happen. Together we can create a more reliable and more sustainable source of biomass. Now coming to, on a serious note, now coming to the next topic, which is the manpower challenge in operation and maintenance, where the talent shortage is impending. It's looming over the horizon. But why is it so? Is it that the job is not good, cool enough? I mean, who would not want to play with giant machine and make an impact? But then I tried to find the answer, and my nephew replied that he would rather design an app than joining a power plant. And take for another instance, when I was discussing with one of my course mates at IIM Ahmedabad, and he also said that he also shared his experience and quoted it as challenging. So, and moreover, the significant portion of our experienced manpower is going to retire in next decade, creating a huge gap in the expertise, and it will be definitely posing a serious threat to man and machine safety. So, but nevertheless, I am not going to talk about this reason behind that, but rather let us shine the spotlight on artificial intelligence, our hero in the arena of technology. So far, particularly in power plant domain, we have witnessed the AI prowess primarily in asset performance monitoring and simulation roles. But as the technology expanding, AI capabilities are also expanding. So considering AI, consider or imagine AI as a intelligent, dynamic sidekick for a desk engineer. It's not only capable of sensing operations, day-to-day operations, but also detecting risk and suggesting strategies for safest action. To give you a glimpse of the future, there are groundbreaking applications where AI is actually penetrating this area. From Tata Power's Rahman sir has already mentioned that AI is detecting this detection tool, PPE detection tool. That utility YOLO V8 is becoming quite popular, that a power plant engineer is using them. So by that way, it is actually going to empower desk engineer so that they can have a better insight and can have a better foresight. So in conclusion, let's keep our spirit high as we embrace sustainability through biomass co-firing and safety through artificial intelligence. It's exciting time where we're not only going to make change, but also have some fun along the way. So thank you for your electrifying intention. Let's keep the energy flowing and let's keep the future glowing. Thank you.
11th edition of Global Safety Summit.
For us, all of you are winners because everyone is embarked on this journey.
Definitely from here, we will start achieving what we are discussing.